Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to a weekly recap. So this one's a little bit late, and it's mainly going over the breaking news that happened for Force Will. A lot of stuff happened on Friday, I believe it was. A lot of stuff happened with me also, so I wasn't able to film this in time. But I'm coming at it now, so we got a couple of cool things to go over. Before I get started, as always, if you guys are looking for Force Will singles or sealed product, be sure to visit the link in the description below for Happy Little Hug Factory. They now officially have pre-orders up for Alice Origins 3. I have to talk to him to see. I assume they'll have pre-orders up for the Ghost in the Shell set as well coming up soon, which we'll be talking about later. And they also are going to be getting in more boxes for Alice Origins 2. So if you guys missed out on that, make sure you go and pre-order some of that. And they might be sold out, I'm not sure, but we're getting in 12 boxes of Advent of the Demon King, which was the set that had IU and all that in it. And they were going to be selling those boxes for $30 a piece. So make sure you check all of that out. And also, they have all of the singles up from the newest set. But yeah, make sure when you make that purchase, you do it after clicking that link all in one go so they know we sent you over as well. All right, so before we get into the news, there's one thing, sorry about the dog, I want to talk about, which was a member of the Force Will community. His name is Joe Carell. And he actually did Force Will YouTube videos as well. He had a YouTube channel, GR Xurza, Xurza, in case you guys are curious, where he did a lot of long-form, 20-minute usually videos regarding Force Will and recaps on events and stuff like that, which was really cool. And his most recent video was the Is Prisha Good video, which people seem to like, and was actually released this past week. But he did a post in the Force Will Global group. You guys can go check it out, where he talked about how he's going to have to sort of take a break from the community because his wife had gotten cancer, and they don't have insurance, so he's going to have to be working real hard to keep themselves afloat and all that. So I just want to bring attention to this because he is a member of the community and a big fan of Force Will, and so he's having to take this step back to deal with a pretty big life event. So I want to bring this up because, one, keep an eye on the marketplace as well. He hasn't decided whether or not he'll be selling all of his cards or not, but if he is, keep an eye on the marketplace, because even if you're iffy on whether you need the cards, it's just a great way to get the cards you need while supporting a member of the community. But also, if you guys have a little bit of extra change to help out, he did have a PayPal, which is urza334@hotmail.com. I'll try to remember to link that in the description as well. So if you guys have a little bit to help out a fellow member of the Force Will community as he goes through what's a pretty significant event in his life, that would be probably very helpful for him. I'm sure anything is appreciated, and yeah, I just wanted to bring attention to that because it sucks when stuff like that happens, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And yeah, so a little bit of a downer there, but I thought it was important to bring that up. But yeah, and I'll mention that again at the end of this video in case you guys are just listening and want to hear that email again. But moving on to the regular news now, we had 3 different themes drop, which is what I'm going to be going over. First was information regarding the Ghost in the Shell set. So they officially announced that the release date of this will be May 1st. And that is going to be obviously coincide pretty closely with the series, which is going to be on Netflix in April, late April, I believe, somewhere around there. The official breakdown of the booster box. You can also see the promo images here for the booster box and the starter deck. But the booster box will have 48 normal cards, 17 rares, 13 super rares, and 2 secrets. So they are bringing back secret cards. In what capacity, we don't know, but that's really cool. They're bringing that back. It really helps the value, especially for these where you don't really have rulers or anything to really chase. It helps with having cool chase cards that aren't you just chasing staples so you can physically play your deck. There's no mention of reprints or anything on here, so Oscar's a little bit more pessimistic, but I'm optimistic that this could potentially be a set. This is super weird to say, but a set completely full of brand new cards, which would be super cool, especially for Ghost in the Shell. For people like myself, who just love Ghost in the Shell. Even if I wasn't playing Force Will, I'd buy this box. I've been trying to do the same thing with other card games for anime that I've liked. I don't play those other card games, but I still want to buy the booster boxes for them. So we'll probably see something similar here. So especially if those secret rares are still Ghost in the Shell related, that would be super awesome. The starter deck has one ruler, obviously. Says 8 resonators, 8 kinds of resonators, 2 different chants, and 2 special magic stones. I'm not sure what that last, and it also says 1 kind of something that has 2 cards, but it doesn't label it, so I'm not quite sure what category that falls under. But 2 special magic stones is interesting, which means that one of them could potentially, we assume one of them will probably be a reprint of a dual stone maybe, which means at least one of them might be a brand new unique magic stones. If both of them are brand new unique ones, that would be awesome as well. But yeah, so that's exciting news. Pre-orders have already gone up at some places, so I think it's still going for the normal $60. But this is super exciting. If there's no reprints and this is all brand new cards, this, in my opinion, could be one of the best boxes inside of this cluster. And as long as the ratios aren't whack, this could be one of my favorite boxes in Force of Will. I'm not going to lie. I just love Ghost in the Shell. So if this is all Ghost in the Shell through and through with good ratio pulls so I can collect everything and all that good stuff, I'll be happy. So yeah, so that's Ghost in the Shell. I was just listening to some Ghost in the Shell intro music in the car today, and I'm going to go rewatch the shows as well to get all hyped for this set and the Netflix show. Moving on, they also got some information for AO3, which, like I said, is up for pre-order on Happy Little Hug Factory. And so the third set is going to be released May 22nd, so within a month of that set. And it says the pre-release will be May 15th, obviously. And it was confirmed that it's going to bring back, let me get the exact thing here, going to be, as you can see from the picture here, Arla, Rezard, and Reflector Refrain are making a return. So that's very interesting. I don't know why. I'm not a big fan of that Rezard artwork. Maybe it's just because it's clashing so much with the sort of... Arla and Reflector Refrain have very similar art styles. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. But that's pretty cool. I don't know what the colors are. Reflector Refrain, almost by the art of it, looks like it might be blue-red. Arlo will probably be white and something else. Obviously, in Rezard will be black and something else. But maybe black-green. I'm seeing hints of green in his outfit now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, so that's we got a date for that. And the rulers that in this time around, I don't know if we mentioned in the last wrap-up, but the ruler, there's not going to be a star deck this time around. Instead, all the cards are going to be put in the set. And there's not going to be memorials, and then the box topper will be a random one of the 3 rulers. So I actually really like that. That's more akin to what we had before with a random ruler in the booster pack with 1 guaranteed per booster box. This is more along those lines, and by putting everything in there, I think they're taking away memorial cards, and potentially I think this could get rid of a large chunk of reprints if they do it right. So I think this booster box will be a lot better. It could be Force Will finally getting their footing, like I had said. Obviously I've said I really don't like what they did with the booster boxes, but I said maybe after a couple sets or by next cluster they'll figure out like the exact formula of what to do, and I think this and the Ghost in the Shell set could potentially be them figuring stuff out. So I'm excited to see where that goes. Last bit of news is Alternate Souls. So if you guys don't know, Alternate Souls is after EG was booted out of the Force Will company, he went and started his own company, and one of the first projects that's going to be coming out is Alternate Souls, which he, since he helped create them, still retained the licensing for Force Will characters and a lot of their artwork. And so he's using that to create a figurine game. So right now they're acrylic figures that are on a board, and you create a deck of 20 cards and do different actions like that. If you want more detail, just search Alternate Souls TCG Scrubs or something like that in YouTube or Google, and it'll pop up. It's our video that says it in 4K, and it's got like 1,000 views or something like that. And it's the one that goes over how to play the game, and then we have actual gameplay of it. But he just started spoilers on their page, so I'll link their Facebook page below if you guys are curious on that game. Make sure to follow that, and you'll probably also see a pretty cool video coming out from Alternate Souls officially that might I think is probably super professionally done and probably really cool looking on how to play. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, so I'm super excited for Alternate Souls as the spoiler season starts. It's one of the ones that I'm most looking forward to this year, like card games in general. I love the acrylic figures, and I think they'll be launching a Kickstarter or some variation of Kickstarter later on, so keep an eye out for that, where they'll have a lot of cool rewards, and maybe if they get high enough support, maybe they'll do actual figurines at some point as well, in addition, or instead of acrylic figures, although I really like the acrylic figures. But yeah, so make sure to follow that, and obviously I'll keep updating you guys on that as well. So that's all the news for today. Once again, if you guys want to support Joe Carell as he goes through all this, his PayPal is urza334 at hotmail.com for his PayPal. And once again, keep an eye on the marketplace for if he ends up putting anything up for sale. If he has any other new information or any other things that come up, I told him to let me know, and I'll let you guys know as well if you're curious on supporting him other ways or just want general updates and stuff like that. But wish him well, and I hope everything goes well with him and his wife as they go through that. And yeah, thanks you guys for watching.